All right, I'm just going to make a short video this morning dealing with enlightenment. This is the first video, and I think I'll make several, but I'm thinking I'll make them kind of short videos rather than long ones. Uh, to start with, I talked with my wife. She agreed to assist me, or shall I say assist you. And so she agreed to participate in a video maybe this week, maybe next week, and she'll give her perspective of enlightenment and what it's all about, which will give you a better, it increases your chances of becoming enlightened. Let's put it that way. So to start with, let me talk about the process. It's uh, You know that the story of Buddha, he spent a decade or more searching for the truth and sat under a tree, decided he's going to sit there and die or become enlightened, one or the other. And so to get to that point, you have to be in extreme frustration, knowing that you've given it your best and you're not able to get there. In addition to that, knowing that it's a very difficult, stressful process. In my own words in my journal, I think I've told you before that for me on the process, I was so distraught and the trials become so difficult that I felt that it was unbearable from day to day. And I went through the process for damn near 8 years before I finally got the first taste of enlightenment. And I found it to be so difficult that death would be preferable than to go through that process. On the other hand, after enlightenment occurred, I also wrote that I would suffer that horrible trial a million billion times over a million billion lifetimes for the benefit of enlightenment. So with that being said, the very first thing I'm going to cover is that there are multiple paradoxes involved. And the paradoxes that I will constantly throw out there to you are designed to cause a cognitive dissonance. In other words, your mind, your brain is physical, and it is constantly striving to exist, constantly striving to make sense of this physical reality. But enlightenment is the extinguishment of this reality. Now, does that mean you escape this reality the moment you become enlightened? Not only no, but hell no. You continue to exist in this reality, but from a completely and utterly different perspective. So now the first paradox, I'm only going to cover one paradox. Like I said, this video is short. The paradox of this reality is you're proceeding in this reality based upon zero, the concept of zero. And you know that from zero, there's no way to get out of the placeholder of zero. You cannot add something to nothing. And so with that concept in mind, motion is impossible. If I take my two hands, and I've done this numerous times, I want you to pay attention because this is a paradox that your brain in the physical reality can't make sense of, but from your spiritual nature, where it doesn't reside in this physical reality, can create the paradoxes of understanding that will help you become enlightened. And that is when you take your hands, and if you take them aligned with each other and call that zero, then you're going from this, which is a whole, half, quarter, eighth, 16, 32, 64ths, on and on to infinity, and you'll never get to zero. Now, mind you, a lot of people with math background will say, oh, wait a second, there's such a thing as a Planck length. No, there isn't. That's an invention from some idiot that couldn't deal with the concept of this particular reality. So when I go like this and it hits zero and it goes beyond, that's absolutely impossible. That can't happen. And yet it does happen. You can see it in the video. There's no possibility of motion. So that's the first step. That's the first conundrum. That's the first paradox. And we can go on from there, but recognize everything is taking place from zero, meaning there's no way for motion to take place, meaning this physical reality is at best a dream creation in the mind of Brahma. We are coexisting and cooperating with Brahma in our own agreement to participate in this dream reality. So with that being said, I love you, and I'm going to cut her short, and maybe I'll make a video tomorrow. Talk to you guys later. Bye. I love you.